Good afternoon, everybody. Seraph here with some more Scrap Mechanic. Yes, it's been a while. I've been quiet for a while. I'm actually getting over a sickness. I mean, that's not the reason why it's been a while, but it's fine. I won't get into that. So, I'm back, and here it is. This is a. I don't know how many different versions I've made of this car. Let me just turn this off. Like, I have a lot of cars that are just designed to try to work on their own, and this is the library of all of the different kinds and colors and prototypes and marks and versions of the ones that I have. And I've had to change like my mindset to eliminate the curves. So that's the problem that I had. It was obstacle avoidance. Like, it could get away from a good, like, this is basically what the track looked like. It could turn fine, but just walls were inconsistent and turning was inconsistent with the walls. So I decided to make it similar to, I think, Con Gaming. He had a car that was similar to mine, except his was triggered off of just like a piece of strip on the wall right here. And when you see it, it turns. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. But let me do that, but just for the floor, for like left and right turns. So now here's just a little right angle thing or left angle thing, 90 degrees, and it can finally turn without worrying about hitting walls and stuff. I do not have actually collision detection on this car yet. I don't know where I will put it. It might go right here. It might go right here as well. I got some room, I think. But this is it. And this is like the raw, uncolored version. I did kind of add some pieces to it to make it look a little bit nicer. But due to this gyroscope, I couldn't really... Oh, this gyroscope was also a good addition. I haven't really talked about that at all. But this is kind of like all the connections that I have. And it's a little gyroscope that keeps it straight as well. So along with collision, or along with avoiding these yellow lines right here, it tries to stay straight no matter what happens, thanks to this lovely gyroscope that I thought about adding and did it. So unfortunately, it's kind of off center because it's only one block wide, and that's kind of the most annoying thing about this whole creation, is because it's not it's not centered. So I'm thinking about making a more compact version. I mean, this is pretty thick. Like, this is filled to the brim with logic gates and rotors, and the engine takes up the most room actually. And so I might figure out a way to make these logic gates and timers go a little bit less, at least maybe one for each one instead of two for each turn. Um, so that will happen. But this is what I kind of wanted to show off. It's a pretty good progress report right here. I've recreated the left turns for the tracks. All the straightaways are the same, but the turns and the right and left turns now have this strip right here and are not humongous and curved and easily just, I don't know. It doesn't create as much lag, which is also nice. Even though it kind of reduces the racing effect of it, it kind of keeps this whole right angle block theme going on. So that's all right. Apologies for my voice. It is kind of sick, or I am kind of sick, so it kind of works like that. So I guess enough talking about it. I'll show it in motion. It's not going to work right here. It's also really fast. I forgot to say that. Shoot. Here. That's embarrassing. Anyways, yeah, let me just show off this little car that I did not make. I found it, but edited it so that it can fly. Wow, that's really loud. Okay, so I edited this car that it can fly and catch up to this car, and I'm able to grab it now. And actually, I believe I can delete it off the lift. I don't think I've actually changed anything since the last time I saw you guys. So here we go. Let's go back to this little testing track that I've made. I've had some really terrible troubles with lag and crashing. So if you guys get some lag right now, I apologize. I believe my antivirus is running like crazy right now and it's being annoying. But besides that, like, the Scrap Mechanic has been very inconsistent lately since this last update. It corrupts a lot of my saves, so I've had to start over many times just because of one corrupt save. And so that's been not super fun. And so this is kind of like literally an empty track except for this, or empty map except for this and this thing I was just testing the car on here. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. So let's get this show on the road. I think I named it Auto Racer. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, so that was a little bit of trouble. I thought I didn't save the thing at first. But anyways, I put a seat on it to keep track because it's so fast. And I can't really sprint to keep up with it, which is also a good plus. But for now, I'm going to remove it and save it as such. So it's pretty good right off the bat. Actually, let's turn on this engine and also save it as such. I've also reworked the starting block to be able to fit 6 at a start. They do tend to crash into each other, and they like to flip. So that's something I'm also going to work on. Maybe when I create the compact version of this, I can create crash guards and rails around it to keep it from being super annoying when it comes to trying to just watch it autonomously. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to going. All right. So this is how it works. I'm trying to sprint. I'm sprinting right now to try to keep up with it, but it's currently not. Anyways, so yeah, that's essentially how it turns. Does that make sense to you guys? This can turn both left and right. Right now it's only turning left because of this course to keep things simple. But yes, this is my self-driving car. It looks so simple to make, but it was a bit rough trying to work the gyroscope and the turning at the same time because they would try to offset each other. So I had to create a little toggle that keeps the one from affecting another. And I believe I just finished that earlier today, and I just kind of wanted to show off right now. I might make turning a little bit tighter because this is actually wasting a lot of space here when it comes to track turning time. Like there's so much space here, but I think that's fine for now just to keep things streamlined. I'll probably leave it like this, and when I create a compact version of this car, I will I'll redo it and see if I can change any of the turning up. So yeah, it used to be top heavy, and actually if you paint this, it actually works super well with the sensors and checkpoints as well if you paint the right color or paint the right parts the right color. So I'm going to leave that going actually and see if that makes it around, and I'm going to put down a starting block. I don't see why not. I'll just do it right here. So if I search starting block wide, okay, this is the new starting block. I've ported it to be able to work with these new cars and their systems I put in the back. I'm just going to attach it here even though it doesn't really belong there, but it does fit though. I mean, that's a pretty impressive starting block there. So this is the way the cookie crumbles here. So instead of the piston things lying down and sending them off, I have a little sensor on the back of the cars that look for these things and will just stop it from moving. And once it goes away, it'll start. It's a pretty simple mechanic. You guys can probably figure it out on your own. Let me just put this down. And I put these little white things here to help you align the car because I've had a lot of trouble trying to figure that out, but I still have trouble. I'm not good at aligning things. And I think that was also off. Watch this. Oh no, it worked. Sweet. Hey, first try. All right, so let me try another one. If I do MKXI, I believe that's this one. I can put that back here. Nice. So I'm putting them 2 apart right now because crashing, and I just don't want to. I don't want to show the downfall of this car yet. But I mean, it's a work in progress, so it's all right. I'm not like worried about being perfect for you guys, but I want to at least show that it does work. And I'm getting quite a bit of lag. Huh. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but this frame drop is not super ideal, and I don't know if I appreciate that. Anywho, let's get this show going, and I won't show off my checkpoints just yet. I just kind of came to show off the car and the new track, and so go. So they all start at the same time, and they're all good. They do tend to try to go straight. Oh, there's a little crash there, but they have not flipped, so that's good. And there's the turning. They might crash into each other, but they aren't. Okay. So there they go. Off they go. We got 3 of them racing. We have room for 6, but I believe they'll probably need a staggered start to prevent like immediate crashing and burning at the beginning and like a weird pile up. But yeah. But here we go. We have a nice little race. I could build a little pathway here. Oh shoot, I think one just crashed. Yeah. I also lifted the track off the ground a little bit because for some reason when it was on the ground it would create this weird bouncing effect and bounce the vehicles around. So I don't know, that's probably a known bug, but that's new for me. So well, not new, but it's something that I just figured out. Keeping it off the ground prevents the bouncing effect. So in case you didn't know, now you know. But here we go. Let's just have a little platform to watch these cars race. Passing each other, they do on their own. Like this car probably should if it doesn't crash into that other one. Dang. Oh, there's a pile up. Oh, we just changed directions. Oh no. Oh gosh, and there they go. See, that's the one thing. I don't have a fail safe. So if they go off the track like here, I should probably put walls right here or something, but that's just in case. They're gone. these guys are gone unless I catch them. So let me just take my handy dandy fast car and get those real quick, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, we're back. And we're just going to leave that there. That's fine. I'll probably add walls to this car, or not to this car, to this track. And yeah, so things are looking good. It's been a pretty good breakthrough with that, thanks to some more logic, me learning more about logic gates and bits and putting stuff. When I make this more compact, if I make this more compact anytime soon, I will probably add more logic to prevent it from going backwards somehow. Maybe I'll have like an alignment with like north-south with these two, with these gyroscopes, and put more sensors on it maybe, and then so it knows it's going backwards. And I'll probably need to make a turnaround, a U-turn mechanic timer thing there as well. So that'll be cool. That'll probably make this car a little bit big, but if I can just make sure things are small without using mods, I mean, I'm sure if I use mods, I can make all this like in one block. But I mean, you know what I mean. Like I can make this engine a lot smaller. I can make the gyroscope a lot smaller. I can make these a lot of stuff smaller, and even put maybe springs on it to prevent it from bouncing around like it does. So, yeah. But that's it. That's the progress I have so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, it is quite a lot. It isn't a lot, but it is enough for me to feel like there's been progress. I put a lot of time into trying to get this to work. So, and it's been very consistent, as you can see with this one car. Sure, when they race, they bump into each other, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. So, yeah. Scrap mechanic, everybody. I've been super into this game. I've put like another 100 or so hours into it since, I don't know, when I first got it. I don't know. But yeah, so it works and it's fast, and it'll be able to count laps, and maybe I'll put a finish line mechanic as well at the same thing as a start line. So all this is coming soon. I do know that this whole terrain builder thing is out, and you can make your own racetracks with the terrain, but you can't make them as dynamic as these, which is the only thing. Unless I can figure out a way to make a terrain thing, and you can make correct tracks for that. Huh. I might look into that, actually. Thanks for the idea, guys. If you have any suggestions or things you want to see me try to make, or additions to these cars or racetracks, like ramps. Oh, goodness. Well, there's one inconsistency right there. Let me get that car. Okay. Well, if you, yeah. Anyways, you guys heard what I was saying. If you see anything I should probably add to this little duo dynamic thing here, then let me know, and I'll get back to you guys in a jiffy. I don't know how long that jiffy is, but it'll be good. It'll be good. So, yeah, as always, I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening, and I will see you with more, probably Scrap Mechanic or another game, if you guys have any suggestions for games next time. Have a great day.